Hello everyone and welcome back to CMB's Hype League. And in this heat, as you can tell, we're going to have Whiplash and Gruff, two Battlebot contenders, which I'm really excited for. And we also have is two bots. And what we also have is a bot, Exterminator, made by Badwolf, which is really cool. And we also have is Jason and Nightcrawler, two bots I've made, and also Harassin Assasin. All of these guys are rookies and have never been tested before, so oh no. But in the first match, we have his Whiplash versus Gruff. And I mean, this is going to be a great fight, to be honest. I mean, Whiplash is, well, Whiplash, one of the most popular bots in the sport, and one of the more powerful bots in the sport. And
Three,
Gruff is just Gruff,
two,
so.
one, fight.
And then we see the flamethrowers come off. And Whiplash gets a nice lift in, but those flamethrowers doesn't seem to be doing that much damage to Whiplash. It's some nice lifts by Whiplash here. Now Gruff is stuck up on that sidewall there, and he's able to get out and able to use that flamethrower. We haven't seen Gruff get a lift in yet, so... Oh, another nice lift by Whiplash. Gruff is severely losing 5 points here. There is a lot of damage done to Whiplash, though, as Whiplash is using their lifter as like a hammer saw almost, which is kind of weird. Another great lift by Whiplash, another great lift. Those flamethrowers just do so much damage. Now Gruff finally getting some lifts in, almost going down the pit there. They need to watch out for that. Oh, Gruff by the pit, is he gonna go down? And he does! Congratulations, Whiplash, for... well, knocking out Gruff, gaining 3 points. I mean, Gruff is a very powerful bot, and with the flamethrowers, you really need to watch out for that, but Whiplash was able to just go and flip him up and outside of the arena there. Overall, Whiplash was the dominant bot this match. Anyways, in our next fight we have is Nightcrawler, or Mr. Nightcrawler, against the Harassin Assassin. See you there. Alrighty, so now we have his Harassin Assassin, the spinner bot here, and we have his Nightcrawler. Don't know how any of these rookies are going to compete, but let's see
Three,
it.
two, one, fight.
Harassin Assassin able to get to the side of Mr. Nightcrawler as that lifter misses. Harassin Assassin kind of looks like Yeti there, and a nice little shot from that undercutter of Nightcrawler, Mr. Nightcrawler. That flamethrower is really going to work though on Nightcrawler. Man, Nightcrawler has not been able to do anything here. Just great shots from that drum spinner of Harassin Assassin, and great shots by Harassin Assassin as he does a driving error and goes down in the pit. I mean, these are rookie bots and rookie teams. There is going to be some driving flaws there. Harassin Assassin was winning in damage, in the hits dealt, and like basically everything from what we see in the stats here. But Nightcrawler had the better driving, and Harassin Assassin went down the pit, and Nightcrawler didn't. Nightcrawler scores 3 points, tying it up with Whiplash. Now we have is Jason Voorhees himself versus Exterminator. See you there. Alright, so now we have is Jason Voorhees versus Exterminator. Exterminator, a bot from Badwolf. Yes, the same creator who made Spider, so...
Three, two,
let's see it.
One, fight.
Exterminator getting some nice shots and able to get underneath Jason here. Just great shots from Exterminator. Jason getting a nice shot up on that spinner, but it just is not able to get a nice hit in. As Exterminator is getting some great shots in on Jason. Just great shots by Exterminator. And Jason goes flying, like normal. Nice shot from Jason there. Another nice weapon-to-weapon shot by both these bots, and Jason goes flying again. Exterminator is just so powerful. Absolutely insane what powerful bot like Exterminator can do. Jason almost falling down the pit as Exterminator also goes down in the pit too. Both these bots are now stuck in the pit. Is Jason able to get out? Jason's gonna get this comeback win. Wow. I mean, it's just I was not expecting Exterminator to lose this one. I mean, it was just so dominant. Jason really had, like, no way of winning this match. Like, we saw Exterminator get underneath Jason, and I thought it was over. But a bad driving flaw, and he goes down the pit, and Jason scores 3 points. Alrighty, so now in the round here, we have is Whiplash, Jason, and Mr. Nightcrawler, all with 3 points, and Gruff, Exterminator, and Harassin Assassin with none. But now in the next round, we have his Whiplash versus Jason, Gruff versus Harassin Assassin, and we have his Mr. Nightcrawler versus Exterminator. We'll see you there. So now we have his Whiplash versus Jason. I mean, Whiplash off a great knockout victory over Gruff, and Jason with a pretty
3, 2, 1.
deserved win.
Fight.
But nice shot from Jason there. Jason getting nice shots on Whiplash. Another nice shot on Whiplash. Whiplash absolutely getting annihilated by Jason here. As Whiplash almost goes outside of the arena there. Whiplash gets self-right, but almost is now stuck up on the screws. Whiplash absolutely stuck on the screws there. Like, as soon as it self-rights, it throws itself into the screws just like that and knocks itself out. Run down to the fight. Jason got a couple of nice hits as Whiplash threw itself outside of the arena. As Jason was wobbling around on his head, praying that Whiplash wasn't able to self-right. That happened. Whiplash succumbed to the screws. And Jason gains another 3 points. Jason did look great that match, I'm not gonna lie. But I just feel like we need to see more power from Jason and some like better shots and not just like a couple shots and then just being on his head, you know? So yeah. But now we have his Grupp versus Harassin Assassin. Both these bots have flamethrowers. Both these bots need something to prove here. And both these bots we're going to see next fight. Alright, so now we have his Harassin Assassin versus Gruff. I mean, both these bots are off a loss. It's just a matter of time to see which bot has something to prove and which bot doesn't.
2, 1. Fight.
Harassin Assassin almost getting up to speed with Gruff, able to flip Harassin Assassin early on. Those flamethrowers' batteries seems to be dying pretty quick. As Harassin Assassin has barely even been available. Harassin Assassin is getting absolutely burned alive and flipped alive as it gets thrown outside the arena here, and countdown has not been started. Fully down. This Harassin Assassin unable to really do anything as those flamethrowers off Gruff are now gone. Just absolute dominant performance from Gruff here as Harassin Assassin gets thrown outside of the arena here and gets knocked out. I mean, insane match. Gruff was just, well, flipping Harassin Assassin like a pancake and making the assassin look like a children's toy. Gruff now wins, securing 3 points. Congrats to Gruff for finally getting points while Harassin Assassin is with none. But now we have is Mr. Nightcrawler against Exterminator. See? Alrighty, so now we have his Nightcrawler versus the Exterminator. Exterminator was very dominant display against Jason, yet couldn't get the knockout
2,
due to a drive.
1. Fight.
And Nightcrawler got a nice victory, I'm pretty sure, over, what was it? Harassin Assasin, yeah. But Exterminator absolutely bringing a dominant display to Mr. Nightcrawler here as he tries to throw him outside of the arena, and it happens! And Mr. Nightcrawler is able to be free. Exterminator absolutely giving a dominant display. Just absolutely insane. The judges are going to love this one as Mr. Nightcrawler gets to the side and flips Exterminator up and over. Now Exterminator is on its head, and now it's flipped back over. Mr. Nightcrawler up back on the side. And it goes down the pit! Exterminator finally gaining some points. I mean, Mr. Nightcrawler had one good flip in before getting knocked out by Exterminator, but Exterminator was absolutely dominant this match. And won this one. He made sure he won this fight. So now Exterminator has 3 points, leaving Harassin Assassin with none. So now, the final points for this round is Jason in first place with 6, Whiplash, Gruff, Exterminator, and Mr. Nightcrawler are all tied in second with 3 points, and Harassin Assassin in third with none. But now in this next round, we have as Mr. Nightcrawler versus Gruff, Whiplash versus Exterminator, and Jason versus Harassin Assassin. See you there. So now we have as Gruff versus Mr. Nightcrawler. I mean, Gruff off a nice knockout victory against Harassin Assassin and Nightcrawlers has a victory over Harassin Assassin, yet lost its last fight.
1, fight.
And the battle has begun, and Gruff getting a nice couple of flips on Mr. Nightcrawler here, as it's just letting that flamethrower fly. It does not have that much time on that flamethrower before it's out of fuel, but it's just keeps knocking. Just keeps flipping Mr. Nightcrawler here. Absolutely insane as it goes outside of the arena. The screw's going to reverse. And the screws will reverse. And Mr. Nightcrawler is able to break free. That spinner getting a nice little bite on Gruff, but it doesn't get really any damage in as those flamethrowers are now gone off Gruff. Gruff gets a nice flip here, or a nice lift. Absolutely insane display from Gruff. Battle of the flippers here, and well, that small spinner, and Gruff absolutely bringing it to town on Mr. Nightcrawler. Mr. Nightcrawler goes outside of the arena here, and now is free and is back down. Just Gruff absolutely insane. After that sad loss to Whiplash, it is showing these rookie bots who is the best lifter here. Wow, Mr. Nightcrawler is getting some damage done to him by that lifter as Mr. Nightcrawler gets a nice flip on Gruff, but gets some damage done to himself. Just absolutely insane lifts by Gruff here. And Gruff gets flipped by Mr. Nightcrawler, and that spinner gets a nice little shot in on Gruff. And Gruff grabbing hold of that ribcage there as Mr. Nightcrawler almost goes outside of the screws there. Just Gruff having a dominant display here. That spinner got some nice shots in on Gruff, but Gruff now back up on the action, getting some great flips here. That hit is now down. So whatever bot goes down and under will win this fight, and Gruff is now stuck up on the screws there. So Nightcrawler trying to get Gruff outside the arena. If they're able to do it, this will be a great an Utah from Mr. Nightcrawler. I was thinking that Mr. Nightcrawler was just going to get Gruff outside of the screws. I was not expecting that insane Hail Mary from Mr. Nightcrawler. Absolutely insane. 40 seconds left on the clock. Mr. Nightcrawler needed to show something. Needed to show the judges that they're an actual powerful flipper. And they did. They flipped Gruff up and outside of the arena with one flip. Absolutely insane. Gruff was just so dominant even when those flamethrowers were off and out of fuel. I mean, Gruff, just such a powerful lifter, but yet it lost to Mr. Nightcrawler. Now, Mr. Nightcrawler has 3 points now. Gains 3 points, now has 6, tied with Jason. and Gruff still with 3. But now, in this next match, we have his Whiplash versus Exterminator, and we'll see you there. So now we have his Whiplash versus Exterminator. I mean, Exterminator is a very powerful bot, finally getting a victory in Whiplash, knocking out Gruff. But, and lost to Jason,
3,
but like...
2, 1, fight!
Absolutely insane. But Exterminator finally getting to the sides of Whiplash and getting some great shots in here. Whiplash is trying to get back on its feet, and it does. Now is able to get to the back of Exterminator. He gets a nice lift there. Exterminator now gets back to the front and gets a nice shot in on Whiplash. Absolutely insane. Very powerful bot Exterminator is. A nice little exchange there, and Exterminator gets the better of that exchange. Whiplash gets flown across the arena there, and the pit is now being called almost an Uta by Exterminator, but Whiplash is able to make it back inside the arena here. Exterminator gets a nice shot on those forks. Both bots go flying. Exterminator is such a powerful bot, and Exterminator trying to go for an outside of the arena. Absolute insane display by Exterminator. Badwolf knows how to make some insane bots. First the flipper bot with Spider, now Exterminator. Absolutely insane. Whiplash trying to do anything it can to get back in this fight, but is unable to. Now is getting backed up by the screws. A big shot by Exterminator there. Absolutely insane. Exterminator almost going down the pit, but Whiplash almost going down the pit as Exterminator gets it a little nudge and it goes down the pit. This was Exterminator's fight to lose ever since we saw Exterminator getting underneath Whiplash. I mean, Whiplash, very, very good BattleBot contender, but against Exterminator, it's just nothing. I mean, Exterminator is such a powerful bot. It just has the low ground, and it has the spinner, too. I mean, good job knocking out Whiplash. Now it has 6 points. But now we have is Jason versus Harassin Assasin. Will Harassin Assasin get any points, or will Jason, the vorhees himself, gain another knockout victory, or a judge's decision win, which will most likely be unlikely, getting up to 9 points, or maybe 8. See you there. Absolutely insane, Jason. Jason is just absolutely insane. I mean, we have Harassin Assasin versus Jason now. It's
3, 2, 1, fight!
Jason with the lucky knockout victory over Exterminator, and Jason having absolutely powerful shots on Harassin Assasin here. Now Harassin Assasin trying to get that spinner in display in that flamethrower too. Jason now it's flipped up and over. Jason's just being flown around like a disc here. Absolutely insane. The vorhees needs to get up and back on its normal side so it doesn't get thrown outside the arena here or down that pit. Another nice little hit there from the vorhees, and a tire is missing. And vorhees goes down the pit, and Harassin Assasin gains 3 points. What really was this match? I mean, Jason got a nice shot on Harassin Assasin, but gets flipped over. Harassin Assasin just basically throws Jason around the arena from there on, loses a tire somehow, and then Jason falls down the pit. That was pretty much it. Harassin Assasin finally getting any points here, and getting 3 points. Now everyone on the board has 3 points. Now we have his Exterminator, Jason, Mr. Nightcrawler all tied in first place with 3, and Whiplash, Gruff, and Harassin Assasin with 3 points in second place. But now, in our next fights, we have is Jason versus Nightcrawler, Exterminator versus Gruff, and Harassin Assasin versus Whiplash. See you there. So now we have this Jason versus Mr. Nightcrawler. I mean, Mr. Nightcrawler off an insane Uta on Gruff, and Jason losing the match to Harassin Assasin, sadly.
Fight!
Both bots with 6 points in Harassin Assasin. Not Harassin Assasin. Mr. Nightcrawler is able to get underneath Gruff. Now gets underneath Jason, but Jason has some insane shots here, and it's back up on its feet. Getting some nice shots on Mr. Nightcrawler here. Another nice shot by Jason. Jason is an absolute powerful bot, and it throws itself outside of the arena and is now back inside the arena. Jason is now stuck up on its head. Mr. Nightcrawler does not know what to do. Mr. Nightcrawler charges in with that spinner after missing that flip. Jason is something for sure, and Mr. Nightcrawler gets a nice shot off by that spinner. Absolute insane bot. I mean, another nice shot by Mr. Nightcrawler here, but now is getting caught up in the screws and is just unable to flip Jason over. But it is sure getting hits on that spinner, though. Both these are rookie bots. Jason seems to be one of the more powerful ones, and Mr. Nightcrawler is an absolute powerful flipper if it gets able to get underneath its opponents. And that spinner seems to be okay, too. And Jason is actually getting damage done to Mr. Nightcrawler. Mr. Nightcrawler gets a nice flip there on Jason. Finally able to stop crab walking here. Another nice flip from Mr. Nightcrawler here. Absolutely insane. Mr. Nightcrawler able to get a nice shot on Jason, but like Jason is just doing whatever Jason does, and it goes flying in the air, getting some damage done to himself, and Mr. Nightcrawler is trying to get a flip in, and it does. Jason having some insane damage done to it. Jason just needs to get back up. It needs something to happen so that Jason can get back on his feet and get some nice shots in, but otherwise Mr. Nightcrawler is going to get a nice victory here. Jason needs to get flipped up and over here and not go down that pit, which it will. Let's be honest, as soon as Jason gets flipped over, it's just the other bots fight to lose. Unless Jason gets flipped back over, which really doesn't happen. But Jason had a couple of nice shots on Mr. Nightcrawler before he got flipped over, and then Mr. Nightcrawler it was just his fight to lose. Mr. Nightcrawler gains 3 points, now has 9 points, as we see here, with the most points here and the most consistent bot winner this heat, surprisingly. And now we have this Gruff versus Exterminator. Exterminator is having a big uprise right now, just knocking out all his opponents, and Gruff got uta'd by Mr. Nightcrawler, so let's see how that fight's gonna go. See you there. So now we have this Exterminator versus Gruff. I mean, Gruff has just been not doing great this heat, and Exterminator, from what we've seen, I honestly think could go all the way.
3, 2,
if it fixes driving
1,
problems.
fight.
But Gruff is able to get underneath Exterminator, but Exterminator is able to get some nice shot in on Gruff, making sure those flamethrowers never really do work. Now Gruff needs to get back outside of the arena here, and it does happen. He's back inside the arena. But Exterminator is just absolutely bringing the pain to Gruff. That pit is lower. That is literally Exterminator's one weakness, the pit. Oh, and Exterminator almost goes down the pit, and so does Gruff. Gruff goes down the pit, meaning Exterminator, if he doesn't go in, he'll gain the knockout. And he does! Exterminator now, I'm pretty sure, with 6 points. And Gruff still with 3. Yep. Exterminator and Mr. Nightcrawler are now tied, which is crazy to say. I mean, Exterminator had that fight in the bag after we saw Gruff not being on his feet or his wheels. Just absolutely powerful spinner. And I think Exterminator, if he could get its driving problems and not go down the pit or make some of those little cheeky mistakes, could go all the way. Absolute insane bot. Just great job, Exterminator. But now, in our final fight, final fight of this round, we have is Harassin Assasin, who finally gained some points on Jason, against Whiplash, who desperately needs some points. See you there. Now we have is Whiplash versus Harassin Assasin. I mean, Harassin Assasin is something, and Whiplash is, well, Whiplash, so.
3, two, one, fight.
And the fight has begun. Both bots desperately need a win here. Harassin Assassin, definitely one of the more promising looking bots, but in the box has not been doing that great. And Whiplash needs some points here, but it's absolutely showing that it has a possibility of winning, and Harassin Assassin is stuck up on his head. I don't think we've ever seen that in this sport. Just stuck up on its head and walking like that. But Whiplash absolutely bringing it to town on Harassin Assassin. I mean, Harassin Assassin just really needs some low game, otherwise it's going to have a Yeti situation there. But Harassin Assassin is just not really doing that great, but is now pushing Whiplash towards the pit, which Whiplash is able to lift Harassin Assassin, able to get away from it. You see those circular sides there? I think when I was making the bot, I was doing that, so then if there were spinners, it wasn't able to go and hit the sides that easy. Meaning you would have to go for the tires, but Harassin Assassin is just that fast enough to go and turn that front side to it. But now Harassin Assassin is stuck. Same with Whiplash, they're both not moving. Harassin Assassin, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I mean, what is this fight, really? Whiplash. This was Whiplash's fight to lose. Harassin Assassin is probably the worst bot in this heat. Him or Jason, but Harassin Assassin, absolutely. It looks like a powerful spinner bot, but it has no ground game. And we have is Whiplash, who just kept flipping Harassin Assassin. Hold up, I gotta sneeze. I mean, so Whiplash had some great flips on Harassin Assassin there, but Harassin Assassin just was not able to do anything, and then it just got stuck up on the shelf. Whiplash gaining 3 points. Now it has 6 points. So now the final scores for that round is we have Mr. Nightcrawler and Exterminator tied for first with 9 points. And we have his Whiplash and Jason tied with 6 points. And we have his Gruff versus Harassin Assassin with 3 points. Now we have is our final round in Mr. Nightcrawler versus Whiplash, Harassin Assassin versus Exterminator. We know who's winning that one. And we have is Jason versus Gruff. This is going to be a fun one. See you guys in the Whiplash versus Mr. Nightcrawler fight. Alrighty, now we have his Whiplash versus Nightcrawler. I mean, Nightcrawler seems to be a very promising rookie flipper here. And, well, basically spinner too. And Whiplash off a nice knockout over
Three, two,
Harassin
one,
Assassin. But
fight.
let's be honest, that's just Harassin Assassin's go-to. Just getting knocked out every fight. So that's Jason, and Whiplash getting a nice flip on Nightcrawler. A Nightcrawler able to get out. And what the hell just happened? And Whiplash getting another 3 points, knocking out Nightcrawler. Tying with 9 points. Anything can happen in these heats, and as we saw, Nightcrawler gets knocked out by Whiplash. I mean, both these bots look very promising. Let's just see if the judges see these bots are good enough to make it into the round of 32. I'm pretty sure there's 48 bots competing, and there's 32 of them are gonna make the well round of 32. So yes, we could have Jason in the round of 32. It's gonna be insane, but let's give Whiplash his well-earned points there with now 9 points. That's 8. Now we have his 9 points. But now we have his Exterminator versus Harassin Assassin. $20 that Exterminator's gonna win this one. My bot Harassin Assasin, I had high expectations for him. I did not test him whatsoever, but just based on how I designed him, I was really hoping that he could do great. Yet he has been the worst bot I've made so far. Well, let's see there. Alrighty, so now we have his Exterminator's fight to lose. We have Harassin Assassin versus Exterminator.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Based on what we know, Exterminator's gonna win this fight unless Harassin Assassin can get his shit together and knock out Exterminator. Which probably won't happen. Unless that flamethrower does everything for him and knocks out Exterminator, which that most likely won't happen, and it might! What is happening? What?! What?! What in the absolute heck was that? Harassin Assassin! Hey, I was not expecting Harassin Assassin to knock out Exterminator. What? I mean, fight rundown. Exterminator got some nice shots on Harassin Assassin, as it should, and as I said, this is Exterminator's fight to lose. And it happened. Harassin Assassin got his shit together and knocked out Exterminator. I am baffled. The seven Harassin, no, not even seven, the two Harassin Assassin fans are probably cheering right now, screaming, I knew it! I knew he was gonna knock out Exterminator, but let's be honest, who's really a fan of Harassin Assassin? But now, Exterminator is now tied with Nightcrawler and Whiplash with 9 points. Harassin Assassin gains 3 points. Now we have his Jason versus Gruff. If Jason knocks out Gruff here, that means Jason will also have 9 points, and we'll have a four-way tie with 9 points. That's going to be insane. Alrighty, so now we have his Jason versus Gruff. I mean, let's be real. Is Jason going to get flipped over? Yes. Is Gruff going to somehow find a way to lose? Yes.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Jason gets up to speed and gets some great shots on Gruff, actually. Jason is getting some great shots. The vorhees finally locked in. Nope, he just got flipped up and over. Absolutely insane shots by vorhees here and Gruff. And Jason getting another nice shot on Gruff, and he almost throws himself outside of the arena here. Those flamethrowers are halfway gone, and so is Jason's HP, as Jason is spinning around like a Beyblade. Another nice lift by Jason. Another nice shot by Gruff. Another nice lift by Gruff. Jason is actually going to lose this one. Gruff wins, finally, again. Ending this heat with Gruff with 6 points. Alright, so now, these are the final scores of this heat. Whiplash, Exterminator, and Mr. Nightcrawler all tied with 9 points. We also have is Gruff, Jason, and Harassin Assassin with all 6 points. Surprised me. Definitely surprised me. And in this next heat, there is going to be, if I count right, 1, 2, 3 mini bots with 3 different bots. And I will be saying all of those bots we have is A literal raging conquest from the Invincible universe with an Invincible minibot. We have his, yes, MX. For those of you horror fans who know who that is, MX and his minibot Luigi. And we have his the Vita Mimic Elder with his minibot, the Vita Mimic. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna say the entire cast for the next thing. So, and then the bots with them are gonna be Black Dragon, yes, the Battlebot contender, Executioner, a bot from Bad Wolf, and Death Roll. See you guys there.